Picture someone who is excessively preoccupied with themselves, who has an inflated sense of self-importance and lacks empathy for others. This is the opening scene of a complex narrative, the narrative of narcissism. Diving into the depths of this personality disorder, we find a character who is often grandiose, believing themselves to be superior, unique, and deserving of special treatment. They may appear confident, charismatic, and capable of charming those around them. But beneath this captivating exterior lies a fragile self-esteem, highly vulnerable to even the slightest criticism. Entitlement is another hallmark of the narcissist. They may have unreasonable expectations of particularly favorable treatment or automatic compliance with their expectations. This sense of entitlement, this belief that the world owes them, often leads to manipulative behaviors, as they strive to control others and shape the world to their liking. One of the most defining characteristics of a narcissist, however, is their lack of empathy. They struggle to recognize or understand the feelings and needs of others. This lack of empathy allows them to exploit others without guilt or remorse, using them as tools to achieve their own goals and desires. And finally, there's the constant need for admiration. Narcissists require an excessive amount of attention and admiration from others to validate their self-worth. They often surround themselves with people who feed this need, creating an echo chamber of praise and validation. All these traits, when combined, form a potent cocktail of manipulation and control. They paint a picture of a personality that can be both captivating and destructive. A personality that can leave those in their orbit feeling confused, belittled, and devalued. This is the profile of a narcissist, a personality disorder that can cause significant damage to those in their orbit. This is just the tip of the iceberg. As we delve deeper into the narcissist's playbook, we'll uncover the tactics they use, the games they play, and most importantly, how you can protect yourself. Narcissists employ a range of tactics to manipulate and exploit others for their own gain. This statement may sound harsh, but it's an unfortunate reality for those entangled in the web of a narcissist. Let's delve into some of the common tactics that narcissists use. First up is gaslighting. This is a sinister technique that makes you question your own reality and sanity. The narcissist might deny things that have happened, dismiss your feelings, or twist the truth to fit their narrative. The goal? To make you doubt yourself, so you're more pliable to their manipulation. Next, there's playing the victim. Narcissists are masters at turning the tables, making it seem like they're the ones being treated unfairly. They'll often use guilt trips, playing on your sympathy and compassion to get what they want. It's a classic case of emotional manipulation, designed to make you feel responsible for their well-being and keep you under their control. Then we have the superficial charm. Narcissists can be incredibly charismatic, but their charm is often a mask used to hide their true intentions. They're skilled at making a great first impression and winning people over, but beneath the surface, it's all about serving their own interests. And finally, love bombing. This tactic is particularly common in romantic relationships. The narcissist will shower you with affection, attention, and compliments at the start of the relationship, making you feel special and loved. But once they have you hooked, they'll start to devalue and discard you. It's a cruel bait and switch designed to make you emotionally dependent on them. These tactics are all part of the narcissist's playbook, designed to control, diminish, and exploit. Recognizing these behaviors is the first step towards protecting yourself and breaking free from their toxic influence. It's a tough journey, but remember, you're not alone. There are resources and support systems out there to help you navigate these choppy waters. To better understand these tactics, consider the case of Sarah and John. Sarah and John were high school sweethearts, seemingly the perfect couple. John was charismatic, charming, and always knew just the right thing to say. But as time went on, Sarah started to feel like something was off. John had a knack for twisting words around, making Sarah question her own memory. For instance, he'd promised they'd go out for dinner on Friday, but when Friday came, he'd insist he'd said nothing of the sort. Sarah would be left spinning, wondering if she'd somehow misremembered. And it wasn't just about forgotten dinner plans. John would often contradict Sarah's recollections of significant events, like their first date or their anniversary. He'd even go so far as to say she'd imagined whole conversations. These constant contradictions made Sarah feel like she was losing her grip on reality. But the worst part was that John did all this under the guise of caring. He'd say things like, "I'm just worried about you. You seem to be forgetting a lot lately." Or, "Maybe you're just stressed. You're not thinking clearly." He was so convincing that Sarah started to believe him. She began to doubt her own memory, her own sanity. John's tactics are a textbook example of gaslighting. By making Sarah question her own reality, he was able to control her, to keep her off balance and doubting herself. This made her more dependent on him, and less likely to challenge him or stand up for herself. And that's the whole point of gaslighting. It's a means of control, a way for the narcissist to keep their victim doubting, questioning, and ultimately under their thumb. It's an insidious form of mental manipulation that can leave victims feeling confused, anxious, and even depressed. Gaslighting, as we see in Sarah's case, is a powerful tool in the narcissist's arsenal, causing confusion and self-doubt. This is why it's so important to recognize these tactics and protect yourself from falling into this toxic trap. Now, let's examine another case, this time focusing on love bombing. Imagine this. You meet someone who seems to be everything you've ever dreamed of. They're charismatic, attentive, and they shower you with affection and praise. They make you feel special, as if you're the center of their universe. This outpouring of affection can be intoxicating, making you feel like you're on top of the world. This is the initial phase of love bombing. Here, the narcissist is essentially setting a trap, creating an illusion of the perfect partner. However, this excessive adoration isn't about love or affection, it's a calculated move to gain control and establish dominance in the relationship. As the relationship progresses, this intense affection starts to wane. The compliments become less frequent, the attention starts to fade, and the once charming individual begins to reveal a colder, more dismissive side. This is the devaluation phase. The aim here is to create a sense of insecurity and dependence. You might find yourself constantly seeking their approval, trying to win back the affection that was once so freely given. Finally comes the discard phase. The narcissist, having asserted their control, may abruptly end the relationship or withdraw emotionally. They may belittle you, ignore you, or simply move on to their next target, leaving you feeling confused and devastated. This pattern of idealize, devalue, and discard is a classic narcissistic cycle, and it's incredibly damaging. It's designed to leave you questioning your self-worth and doubting your perceptions. But remember, it isn't about you. It's about the narcissist's need for control and dominance. The sudden shift from intense affection to cold indifference is a classic sign of love bombing, another manipulative tactic used by narcissists. The key to protecting yourself is to recognize these patterns and understand that they're not reflections of your worth, but rather the narcissist's destructive behavior. Recognizing these tactics is the first step in protecting yourself from a narcissist's manipulations. This truth may seem simple, but it's a crucial first step. The more you understand about narcissism and the manipulative tactics narcissists use, the better equipped you are to safeguard yourself. Now, let's talk about how you can take charge and protect yourself. First and foremost, setting boundaries is key. Narcissists thrive on crossing lines, so it's vital you establish firm boundaries and stick to them, no matter how much the narcissist may push or guilt trip you. Remember, it's your right to say no and to protect your own mental and emotional well-being. Next, practicing self-care is essential. This doesn't just mean taking a bubble bath or treating yourself to a shopping spree, although those things can certainly help. It means prioritizing your own needs and well-being, taking time to rest and recharge, and doing activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. Self-care is about nurturing your own self-worth, something that a narcissist will try to undermine. Lastly, seeking support from trusted individuals is invaluable. This could be a friend, family member, or a mental health professional. Having someone who understands what you're going through, who can validate your feelings, and offer advice can make all the difference. Narcissists often try to isolate their victims, so maintaining supportive relationships is a powerful way to resist their influence. Remember, you don't have to face this alone. There are resources available, and there's strength in seeking help. It's not a sign of weakness, but a testament to your resilience. So, to recap, setting boundaries, practicing self-care, and seeking support are all vital strategies for protecting yourself from a narcissist's manipulations. It's a journey, and it's okay to take it one step at a time. Remember, you have the power to break free from a narcissist's toxic influence. You are not defined by their actions or words. You are strong, resilient, and deserving of respect. Navigating the world of a narcissist can be challenging, but with knowledge and support, you can protect yourself. We've explored the narcissist's playbook, shedding light on their tactics such as gaslighting and love bombing. Understanding these tactics is the first step to safeguarding your emotional well-being. Recall that gaslighting is a manipulative tactic that makes you question your own reality and sanity. Love bombing, on the other hand, is a deceptive charm offensive used at the start of a relationship, only to later devalue and discard you. But remember, you're not powerless. By setting boundaries, practicing self-care, and seeking support from trusted individuals, you can break free from their toxic influence. Recognizing these red flags is crucial. It equips you with the knowledge to navigate relationships with narcissistic individuals and protect your mental and emotional health. Thank you for watching Psych Insight, where we view the world through the lens of psychology. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the content if you like it. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning.